Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a full in-depth complexion routine. I've been recently experimenting with different complexion routines. I don't know if you know, but in Scotland it has been an absolute heatwave. It has been roasted, it has been sweaty to say the least, so I really wanted to do a kind of tutorial on how I have been getting my makeup to last throughout the full day. So it's like full coverage, full beat, full long wear, waterproof, sweatproof, heatproof makeup. I also wanted to give you guys a little bit of a more in-depth look at how I do my complexion. So I've been kind of playing with cream contour and stuff recently and I've been really liking it, so I just thought I would show you like my everyday go-to complexion routine. This complexion look is something that I have been it's been a lifesaver the last few weeks. It saved me through heat, it saved me through the one day that I was outside and it rained. So yeah, it saved me through that, it saved me through so much. My makeup is not budging. It's the only kind of formula of like different products layered together that stop me from getting the really patchy nose makeup, which always is what happens to me. My nose tends to separate right off the bat no matter what I try, but not anymore. So there's a few new products in here and a few old favourites. If you haven't hit subscribe, then please do before we go any further. And if you want to see how I created my full beat, waterproof, heatproof, sweatproof, life-proof, long-wearing complexion, then just keep watching. The first thing that I do every day to make sure my skin is looking super popping and my makeup looks super flawless on top is to prep my skin with my beloved Nip+Fab Dragon's Blood Plumping Serum. This is honestly my holy grail ride or die skincare. I'm sure I've spoken about this a lot in my videos before, but just in case you're missing it or you're new, you need to get this in your life. So for me this is great. It's going to give me so much hydration. I'm going to have no texture to my skin as well. I used to get really heavy like deep set lines on my forehead. Ignore my tan, sorry. I used to get really deep lines in my forehead especially, and my makeup would always sink into it and crack, and it used to make the makeup just look horrible. And then I found the Nip+Fab and it has changed the texture of my skin. I am obsessed with it, and because we're going for quite a full coverage with our foundation today, it's really important that we are using something underneath that is going to keep the skin really hydrated so the makeup sits really nicely on top and doesn't like dry the skin out either. Of course, to prep the skin, you know what's next, the Urban Decay B6 spray. This to prep and prime is amazing. I really like this. It has been a real tried and true product in my makeup bag for the last 3 to 4 years, so really obsessed with it. Give it a try. If you don't know about it, you're missing out. Then onto foundation. Of course, there's only one foundation that we could be using for my waterproof, sweatproof makeup tutorial, and that is of course the All Nighter foundation by Urban Decay. Again, this, I know that I use this in like every video, and guys, I'm so sorry if you're bored of it, but it honestly is the one that lasts the best for me. And I just think if we want something that's going to last, and we're doing a video on a full coverage, sweatproof, waterproof, life-proof makeup, then I would be really stupid to not use this, because you know it's my favourite, so we'll keep going with that. So I'm just puffing that out with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I find that when this is a damp sponge, it gives a really nice coverage, and I really love the finish of this foundation, and I know that it's going to last me, so it's definitely a winner. And please, I'm so sorry about the tan in my hand. I've been trying a new tan. It is amazing for my dry skin. I get no patchiness here and here or whatever the way I normally would. And on my neck, the only thing is it's a clear mousse, so the hand is an issue, but we're working through it. We're going to get there, but just bear with me, and please don't read me for filth in the comments for having such bad tan. I promise it's a one-off. Right, I'm just going in with a little bit of my Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. This is in the shade Light Warm. I'm just taking that kind of in the centre of my face. This is a really full coverage concealer, so it's going to give you a really matte finish. I'm just using this really as a kind of brightening tool for the under eyes. And then I've got another concealer that I like to use to highlight. I'm going to go in with my Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C2. Again, I'm so sorry, I use the same products in like every video, but they're just because they're my absolute favourites. I will start changing it up though, so if there's any products you guys want me to try out, then please leave them in the comments below, because your boy's always down for a good makeup haul, you know. Like I always say, Mark pure slags me for how much concealer I use, but it's not hurting anyone but me, so. And it's literally what, £2 this concealer, £3, £4, so yeah, I've done my highlight now. I am going to just blend that out now with my beauty sponge. So I like to start with the forehead because I don't mind if that one is a bit more sheer, a bit less bright. My main focus for brightness is of course the under eyes. So once that's blended out, the under eyes will have been sitting for a bit longer, so when we buff that out we should get a really nice light bright finish. So I'm just starting to warm up my cheeks using the Revolution Fast Base foundation stick in the shade F13. I really love this. It's a cream kind of bronzer, and I think because we're doing such a full coverage, I don't want to rely on my powders to contour my face, because you know what it's like, they don't always stay how you want them to. So if you've got that cream base, then your powder's just kind of going to enhance that. And then I like to go back over to that other side of the beauty sponge and just blend out the edges in that, because I really don't want it to be mucky. And what I find you need to do with this as well is don't be doing all these crazy patterns all over your head and then blending them out, because yeah, your cheeks might blend out but then your forehead's going to be hella patchy, or vice versa. So work one area at a time, cheeks, forehead, nose, and blend as you go, rather than doing all the crazy Instagram worthy, clickbaity, you know that I mean, kind of diagrams on your face, because they're not going to blend out by the time you get to the end. So just do it a little bit at a time. And you'll see that this is just really starting to add warmth to the cheeks and really sculpting. So yes, we've got a full coverage, yes, that under eye highlight is super bright, but we're adding warmth, we're adding dimension, and I can't believe how much I really like this as a little contouring stick. I think I prefer it for that than I do for an actual foundation stick. The foundation for me, I can't wear a cream foundation all over it. It looks stunning, but my skin does not agree with it. So I'm so happy that I found the darker shade for contouring, because I love the finish it gets. And do you know, since I started using this as a cream contour, I've had so many people compliment me on it. And also, who would have thought that I would have fallen in love with cream contour? Not me. Let's do the nose contour. So I've got this little brush from Primark. Like, I just picked it up one day, I was like, oh, I picked that, that looks cool. Oh, life has changed. So I'm going to go into a little small mirror and I'm going to just quickly snatch my nose. I really can't talk during this, so I will just speed it up. And then I'm literally just drawing a line a little bit thinner than how I'd like my nose to look. Sometimes I'll shorten the bridge as well, make it look a little bit pinched, but that's just day-to-day mood. And then I'm going to take a tiny little beauty sponge. This one is by Elf, and I'm just going to blend out the edges with this. I do all of this before I do any powder, so that all my cream work is done. So just check it out, you're not using any cream contour on this side, you want it all on this side, because this side's still got concealer on it, so you can use that to buff away any edges, and just check the coverage hasn't been lost, and the under eyes haven't went super thick. Okay, now it's time to bake. You know I have my Kat Von D Lock It Loose powder. I don't have much left though, so I'm going to use that to bake. Now, guys, can we talk? Because I need to top up and buy a new powder, and I'm decided between buying this one again or getting the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder, so I'm really not convinced as to what one I want. Realistically, I'm going to get both, because that's what we do. But if you guys have tried the Huda and you like it or you don't, just let me know, because I really want to try it out. So I'm just going to heavy bake my under eyes, and I need to bake my nose too. And this is a lot of makeup for some people, and they're like, Alan, what are you doing? But remember, this is to be like really long wearing and sweat-proof and really heat-proof. So yes, we are going to have to do a lot, but this is the kind of makeup that you could literally leave on and be safe in the knowledge that it's not going anywhere. So make sure your nose, anywhere it would separate normally for you, so for me it's the nose and the under eyes and a little bit in the forehead, just to brighten that up. And then when you're happy with how well baked you are and you know your makeup's not going to budge, then you can blend it out. Pattern where you want to have coverage, you're not sweeping everything away. You want to kind of sweep away, but then under the eyes and anywhere you would get a lot of creasing, just kind of pat this out. The brush I'm using for this is a Morphe one. It's one of the R Rose Gold series. It's like a little pointed padded brush. The numbers came off, I'm so sorry. If I can find it, I will link it below, and you can use code Allan for 0% off at checkout. So I've set my under eyes, I've set my highlight, but I want to make sure that my full beat is looking super flawless. So for that I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting powder. This is a waterproof setting powder, and when I heard this was coming out I was like, how can a powder make your makeup waterproof? And I was literally just like, I'm guessing it's just another clear translucent powder, and then I tried it. So for those of you who don't know, it's been in Britain in general, but Scotland especially, it has been a massive heat wave over the last few weeks. So normally when you're out and about and like there's no aircon or whatever, and your makeup starts to melt off and it's just like done and you want to go home because you've had enough. Well, I've tried this out, and I've been trying it out for a while now, and I have become obsessed with this because it does make your makeup waterproof. I don't have to worry about anything sliding off, even in the heat. Even when I went to see Steps at Glasgow Pride, and for the first time in 8 weeks it was raining and my beat was still popping. So this is really good. It has no colour to it. It just is a translucent powder. So you just want to take a big fluffy brush and just kind of set all over. You can set like your contour areas with like a powder foundation in a darker shade, but I want to just make sure that I've set everything with the translucent powder. This powder I have become obsessed with, and I really didn't see myself becoming obsessed with it when I heard about it, but I really am obsessed with it. This has become a quick favourite of mine. Okay, so brows are on. I was going to carve them out, but do you know, I'm kind of feeling like sometimes I don't like that anymore. I have moments where sometimes I want a super snatched Instagram worthy brow, other times I want them more soft, and sometimes I want something in between, but today I'm just going to leave them like this. I am going to do a brow tutorial soon, so watch this space, but I've been kind of playing with some new bits for it first that I'm just trying to get right. So as soon as they're done, and as soon as this brow decides to start behaving and matching this brow, then we'll have a tutorial. I'm so sorry. Who wants to guess what I'm using to contour with? Who wants to guess? My little beloved Tarte Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. Like, I'm sorry, I know you guys are sick of seeing it. I'm so sorry, but I'm not, because I love it. So what I'm going to do with my she-loved contour brush is I'm just going to take a little mixture of the darkest two shades, and I'm just going to use them to start to sculpt the cheeks. And you're wanting to just kind of flick and press up into the cheek rather than dragging the powder down, because the whole idea of contouring is that you're trying to lift the cheekbone and give it a little bit of warmth. I'm pretty tanned now, so I can go a little bit darker. If I'm a bit fairer, I normally just stick to the angle shade, but because I'm a bit more tanned today, we can go in for the crown as well. And I'm just literally placing that everywhere that I put that cream contour. We're just keeping it a little bit less harsh, keep it a little bit more diffused. Always keep the brush that you use with that all over face powder handy, because I can just go back in with, I'm not even adding any product, and then you could add some bronzer as well if you wanted to. Guys, I'm so sorry if you feel like in all my videos I use the same product. It's because I do. So a bit of my Urban Decay Beach bronzer, of course, because there's no other bronzer out there for me. And just go back over your contoured areas, and I just like to add this a bit more warmth to the skin. I'm just going to quickly brighten up the under eyes using Enhance, and just take that under the eyes just to brighten. This is my favourite product, and it's my secret weapon, just to really brighten up that under eye. I am fully aware that we've done a lot of powder and I don't want to look too dry, so I'm going to just take a little bit of the MAC Fix Plus just through the sides of the face. I'm not going to take it all over because I want the nose and the centre of the face, where I would always go super patchy, to stay freshly powdered. I don't want to tamper with that formula, but just for the sides, just a light mist. I go through way too many. Just a light mist down each side, just to make sure that when we do our highlight, we're going to get a really nice effect. For highlights, I've got a few. So there's one that I always use, which is my Doll Beauty Doll Light. And I do have it, but I've got the wee small one with me because I couldn't find where I put the big one. I think I put it away somewhere. So I tend to layer 3 highlights, and this is always the first one. Now here's a funny thing, the brush is huge and the highlight's tiny because I can't find the big highlight. But just a little bit of this, and just kind of take it all up the cheeks. And this is going to be your base for every other highlight, because as you can see, it's popping! MAC 140S is my new favourite highlight brush as well, just because it gives you the finish of a fan brush, but it's not that kind of flimsy way where it'll kind of bend on the skin. That's the first highlight down, and I like to do that with this big brush just to make sure that it's really intense. Whatever's left, I just kind of stamp it on the nose, and then make sure that it's blended really well into the skin. So this is one of my 3 highlights that I wear every day. Then I thought was my little Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight brush, and I take the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood highlighter, which has been very well loved, and I really am dreading the day that I run out of this because I don't think they do it anymore. And we're just going to take that right over top. I just feel that the two of these together are so nice. And then a little bit of the MAC Extra Dimension Skinfinish in Double Gleam. This is a popping highlight, and when I say popping, I mean popping. But a little bit of that just like on the highest point. Just, I think, and just on the tip of the nose, I just think, yeah, it looks super fake and super Tin Man, but it's fine. And what I want to do is just add a little bit of warmth into the skin, and to transition between the contour and the highlight is go in with a blush that I have fallen in love with, which is the MAC Mineralise blush in the shade Warm Soul. Love the blush, hate the packaging. I don't know why it's not the same as normal black blushes. I can't get this open. This is just a really nice kind of peachy baked formula that to transition into your highlighter is beautiful. It doesn't add a lot of colour compared to your regular MAC blushers. I just feel it's more of like a sheen and a glow. So all I want to do now is just make sure my makeup is locked in place, and for that there is no other option for me personally than the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Yes, like yes I use it in a video, but when you found that holy grail like this emoji setting spray, why would you try anything else? So I'm going to give it a good shake. This one's running out, but I've got my mini one actually, I'll use that. I always seem to have mini ones hanging about. And I'll just give my makeup a good shake. And now that that is locked in place, I know my makeup is going nowhere. So I've done my complexion, so that's pretty much done. All that's left to do, eye look. I'm going to do it like eyes, lips and lashes, which is a video that's coming soon because your boy is being clever and filming 2 videos in one day. Well, actually 3, but 2 videos. So I'm going to quickly jump off camera, I'm going to do the other video, and then I'll meet you back here for the finished look. Okay, so my eyes are done. I will post that video of how I did this eye look using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette either before or after this video. I haven't decided what order they're going up in, so if you hit subscribe then you'll see them all. And yeah, if you liked this video and you liked the full complexion look, then just please leave a little comment below. Let me know if there's any other foundations you guys have tried that are working for you, because I'm always looking to try new stuff, especially because like I've said I tend to use the same stuff all the time, so I want to switch it up so that you guys can see me try out new products. I love a little review, and I feel like all I'm buying just now is just eye palettes, so I want to try and get back into complexion because I think a full beat skin is always a winner. Yeah, if you guys like this video and you want to see more from me, then you can please hit subscribe. You know it's always appreciated, and you can keep up with me on my other social medias, which will be linked to the left, right, which will be linked up here. And yeah, if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, give it a share, give it a like. Help your boy out because he is loving the YouTube and he's on a roll. Also, please tell me what I should be filming next, because yeah, I filmed 3 videos today and I've got a few more that I want to film, but I need ideas. So yeah, if there's anything you want to see from me, then just keep letting me know, and if not, I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.